Hi, Eric here with the Paperback Warrior blog and podcast. In this video, I'm going to rank what I read and reviewed for the month of September. Alright, coming in at number 10 is a Simon Ark story titled The Witch is Dead. It was published in the April 1956 issue of Famous Detective Stories. The story features Ark and the narrator investigating a woman's college that is being plagued by a mysterious illness. It was my least favorite Simon Ark story thus far, but it still was an entertaining read. Number 9 is the novelization of the film Friday the 13th Part 3, authored by Michael Avallone. Interesting enough, this was also novelized later by another author named Simon Hawke. Avallone's book was published in 1982, in time with the release of the film. This was more nostalgia for me. Avallone's version had Jason laughing 3 times, which was just weird to me. In some ways, Jason didn't behave on page the way that he behaves on screen. Coming in at number 8 is another Simon Ark story titled The Man from Nowhere. In it, Simon Ark and the narrator team up to learn about a man that appears to be from a different time period. This story was originally from 1956 and was a pretty good mystery. The 7th best story I read was another Simon Ark story titled Village of the Dead. This was the very first Simon Ark story from December 1955. The duo meet and investigate a bizarre mass suicide that may involve a centuries-old religious fanatic. I thought this was really entertaining and set up the whole series in a really fun way. At number 6 was A Matter of Adultery, originally published in 1961 and now reprinted by Cutting Edge Books. It's about a public relations executive running an election campaign while juggling a romance with a female detective, his client's wife, and his hot secretary. This was an enjoyable read, and it wasn't graphic in terms of sex. It looks sleazy, but it really isn't. It's a fun book. The top half of my list is number 5's Joe Bain, The Pleasant Grove Murders, which features Sheriff Bain investigating the murder of a postal worker on a rural mail route. He also has to juggle an investment into real estate while contending with a body count. Number 4 was the Simon Ark story Hoofs of Satan, which appeared in February 1956. This story has Ark and the narrator investigating what appears to be werewolf attacks in Poland. I really enjoyed Hoke's message on communism, and the murder mystery aspect was really clever. My third favorite read of September was Jarrett Keene's debut Kid Crimson novel, Gunpowder Mountain. This is out now on Wolfpack Publishing and introduces readers to a gunfighter-for-hire hero operating in Nevada during America's Civil War. There's a host of great characters, and Crimson is the action man we all love in paperbacks. This was great. My runner-up to best book I've read in September was the very first Sheriff Joe Bain novel called The Fox Valley Murders, which was published in 1966. It introduces Deputy Joe Bain in his campaign to win the election of sheriff of a small fictitious county in California. Along the way, he must solve a string of murders that may be occurring due to a released prisoner returning to the town. This was a great book, and I loved the Joe Bain character and how he handled himself. So my best read of September is another novel by Jarrett Keene titled Hammer of the Dogs. It's a post-apocalyptic novel set in war-torn Las Vegas and features a heroine named Lash. She has an advanced understanding of drones, and she's a student at a tech academy led by a warmongering religious fanatic. She eventually learns the truth on who the real enemy is and the whereabouts of her missing father, whom she thought was dead. If you like action-adventure with a dystopian feel, then this one is sure to please. I was thrilled with it, and I also appreciated Keene's social commentary on too many weapons compared to human capital, the horrors of drone attacks in war, and the general abrasive ways humanity divides itself. Hammer of the Dogs was published in 2023, and you can get all of Jarrett Keene's books on Amazon. Next month is spooky season here at Paperback Warrior, so be prepared for a top 10 of chills and frights. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe if you haven't already.